Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode. Today is the 60th episode, isn't it?
I think so.
Yep.
Maybe.
Oh, that sucks.
Means it's time for
60
celebration,
episodes
right?
of this
Okay,
dumpster.
celebration. Silence yourself. Celebration, episode 60. We finally reached.
The trashy virtues.
To commemorate this occasion, we'll do something the likes of which we've never done before and say our names in sequential order. I'm Messina.
I'm LJ.
I'm
Come on,
Venom.
Ben. You know you want to.
Tenebrae Invictus.
I'm Ian.
I'm Heir the Chronicler.
Yes, you're back again. It only took several months, but back. The last episode you were in actually became immensely popular, if you can believe it.
Wow, I didn't go back and look.
The dreaded echo, it's back from last week. It's already back. But yeah, it got like, let's check the view. 2,000 views.
Wow, I'll have to go look at that.
So, that's good.
I mean,
people-
hey,
The people love you.
I can't help it if I have a magnetic personality.
Yup.
My
Just,
adoring fans, the people.
Yep.
Hey,
You're
I
quite
think
the champion.
it's really cool that people still remember me after all this time. So
They probably don't even know who I am.
Of course not.
Wait, who are you again? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I'm Santa Claus. You don't know?
What's this random guy doing on our podcast?
Yeah.
Out of here.
Jeez.
I'm a special case.
Yeah, it's called a nutcase.
Sale asylum for you.
Don't listen to him.
How's
We
He's
won't.
crazy.
how's life and such, everybody?
Crazy.
Staying alive.
Life-tastic.
Staying alive, staying alive.
I'll sing that just as soon as I buy some bell bottoms.
I knew someone was gonna go with that joke.
I know you did. I told you.
I'm trying to think of what interesting's been going on with us as of nothing really.
So it's all the interesting games that are gonna come out.
Ah, yeah.
Gears
Yeah,
of
like Halo 5.
What, all those console games that I don't
Call
play?
of
'cause I don't
Duty
have any
20.
console?
They made an announcement. Everyone was theorizing they were going to unveil Battlefield 4 today, and they unveiled something about Battlefield 4 that it's going to be unveiled on March 26th. So they announced the announcement.
Go
They
figure.
tease the teaser.
Yeah. Speaking of games, real quick, have you guys heard of the game I know LJ has called The Phantom Pain?
No.
Hey, Metal Gear Solid 5.
Wow, look at that scoreboard.
And yeah, I have, but like you just said, I already know I have, but
Y'all.
I don't think these guys have, because these
Nope.
guys aren't paying attention.
Not one.
Well,
Your fault.
they released it's this weird game. They released a trailer for, and it has a bunch of strange stuff like flying whales made of fire and strange dream-like things. And apparently, it was all this fake.
You know, the normal stuff in games.
Teaser was fake, and the current running theory is, I say fake in the sense is there's no such game, but rather it's an elaborate, multifaceted marketing strategy for Metal Gear Solid 5. And the thing with this is, they say like the developer is Moby Dick Studios, which is actually
What the
not a
heck?
development company, and the CEO of this studio is Joachim Mogren.
I
Joachim
would go with the flying whales.
Joachim is an anagram for Kojima for Metal Gear Solid. And the thing
Wow.
that I'm actually talking about is they held this interview at GTTV with this dude. And he's wearing bandages all over his face, like one of the characters from the trailer. And this dude was interviewed, and obviously it's just part of the marketing one way or the other. But there's a theory running around that the person in the interview is not actually a real person, but rather a CGI render made using
Wow.
their game engine.
Other than
What?
being a burn victim or something? This is marketing ploy? I'm confused.
It is. It's one of the most absurd things I can recall happening in games.
Yeah.
I'll look at it now.
I don't want that Again.
Oh no!
You don't like Metal Gear Solid?
Nah, I barely played any of them.
I've never
I
played
know
any of them.
nothing about it.
Nor do I.
The second one I did.
But see, I have an ability to like talk about things and kill a couple minutes about stuff I don't even know about, like I'm doing right now. So that happened. What else has been happening in gaming? Well,
That's just unfortunate.
there's one specific thing which I'm gonna save for the news, but basically there's been a ton of things going on in gaming as of late. All leading up to PAX East on the 22nd.
Oh man.
Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah, that. Have you played the game?
Oh yeah, I'm about to beat it.
Do you like it?
Oh, it's so awesome.
Oh yeah, and then there was that trailer for Saints Row 4.
Oh, yeah.
They released that today as well.
That was funny.
I know, I'm a
Any
little
of you guys
mixed
gonna-
about it. I mean, I kind of liked how serious it was in the beginning, and the third one, you know, it kind of went a little over the top. The fourth one, I gotta admit, this is just absolute crazy.
Well, isn't that the point?
I guess we should have made a reference to you as well. You're Ian's
Right.
guest starring.
Buddy Ryan
Yeah,
is coming to join us for some apparent reason.
because he can.
I felt lonely.
Didn't have anything better to do.
Wait, how many friggin' people do we have in this?
It was either this or Christian Mingle. And I do
Oh,
not
gosh.
But yes.
Oh, Dulles. He's a freak.
So what else? What else? Nothing really. As far as we just rattled off like a list of things that are kind of newsworthy, but not enough to talk about. But as far as actual stuff going on in like our lives, I don't know. Has there been anything, LG?
Get him off me! I can't think of anything actually. For once, there's like nothing going on.
We're playing Halo right now, but I don't think that exactly counts as interesting life development. You recorded an
St.
LP.
Patrick's Day is coming up.
Oh yeah, get hype.
Who cares about St. Patrick's Day?
Leprechauns.
Yeah.
That's for green people.
Yeah, and then like something's
wants to
happening
mix with
tomorrow,
that?
but it's like completely
Incredible
insequential
Hulk
to
for one.
anything.
Well, I guess that is about all. The static.
I was gonna say,
Static.
ramble on
Background
about
noise.
stuff, but
Huh, ordinary. Some nice Halo
You can
sound
hear it.
effects for the podcast today. Yes, I can.
Placement. Brought to you by.
Yep, for you.
Brought to you.
Brought to you by.
Yeah, brought to you by.
See, and maybe you stop playing on the toilet.
Huh?
But I can't. The toilet was meant to be there. It's man's throne.
Oh my
No
gosh.
comment.
Okay.
Who's with me?
So now that
Oh,
that's
crap.
about wrapped it up for the life segment, I guess we can move on to perhaps the shortest news segment we have had in recent memory, but that's by choosing the news. In the news this week, we have quite a plethora of Halo 4 news, updates, and a discussion. And that is all. But that's good enough because there's a ton of stuff to talk about in regards to this game. Because where this is all stemming from is recently they published the weekly bulletin, and in this bulletin they teased a couple things. One of which being, almost wasn't really a tease, more like an announcement. Matchmaking updates aren't going to be weekly anymore. They're going to be bi-weekly. Every other week, they're going to release one.
Much like Naruto mangas.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, I had to get that.
And that's going to enable them to like devote more time and all that stuff. The echo is
I
back.
don't know why it has to be bi-weekly these days.
Yeah.
It's so irritating.
Started doing it with the balance changes every week.
Yeah.
So there's that. Actual good news. Next title update confirmed for later this month. And this one, rather than being a bunch of bug fixes, they're actually gonna stuff and balance weapons and change a bunch of stuff around with the game. And we'll hear more about that on, guess what, their PAX panel. Second, starting on
The return of the Red X's.
Yep.
It's upon us.
If you've played any of the other Halo games, you'll know when teammates die, they're using like this red X that would appear over them, signaling where they died. Well, they're bringing that back. It only took them
Halo 1?
months. Good question. No, I don't believe it was.
Well, technically, it's always been there. It's just that it fades super quickly.
Yeah.
It was always fun to watch.
Yup. But they're bringing that back because that's not actually in the game as of now. And then also in this TU, there's going to be announcing a lot of fun stuff to do with balance changes at their PAX panel. So one thing they did actually reveal is they're going to be adding a ton more game types to Action Sack, because currently it only has 3. And more will be coming.
As long as they keep Griffball, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, Griffball's...
Oh yeah, they're actually taking Griffball out. Permanent.
Really now?
In fact, they all hate Griffball. They actually immensely.
Yeah, you're so
everyone-
convincing.
They hate everyone at Rooster Teeth.
No, Rooster Teeth, great. Bungie, bad.
Of
This is
course.
3 for 3.
Stop with the Bungie hit,
I've-
Ian. Get over it.
I've got a question about Halo.
No,
Oh,
Bungie
shoot.
deserves
What's your-
nothing but pain.
Do they still have a race
You
game?
do
type?
not.
Oh,
Do they still have what
All
now?
343
What air?
What
A
the
race
heck?
game type. That was the only thing I ever played.
Race?
Oh no, Race is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they even have a type after Halo 1?
They do, in fact. They had tweaked it in several different forms. The only thing that was actually in matchmaking was back in Reach. They had Rocket Hog Race. And it was pretty hectic.
Gotcha.
Rocket
More
Hog.
people have made custom game types for it, but, not the same.
Gotcha.
Ian,
Yeah.
stop it.
I haven't played anything after Halo 1, so. Yeah, I'll let you guys get on with it.
Okay.
There's not really much. Let's see what else. It was a pretty jam-packed bullet, and the details are just slipping away from me because there's one big item, and then I'm trying to build to it. Something is gonna happen on St. Patrick's Day. They're teasing it on Twitter. Some event is gonna take place on Halo come this Sunday. I have no clue what it is. They didn't drop any hints. No one has any clue other than it's happening.
Next Hump Day.
Guess they dropped a hint, Messa.
What?
What they said, like, they say it's hard to be green. It's not easy being green. On St. Patrick's Day, you'll find out why. So,
Oh, maybe it's like something.
They're gonna recycle.
Something.
see, I'm a little bit worried for my Halo well-being because I'm green.
Yeah. Let's see. Did that, and then
Yeah, you better believe it ain't easy being green.
yes.
Oh, poor
So we
LJ.
ended up the big announcement, the thing that blew everything else out of the water. Some Forge-related massive mega announcement at PAX. People are speculating that they're either going to add in a new Forge map or bring back Forge World from Reach, but in Halo 4.
Whoa. Which map?
Forge World, remember that?
Oh, you mean that gigantic world?
Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta be a little more specific, Ian.
Yup.
Crap.
It's stemming from people complaining about lack of Forge options in Halo 4. And while people hated Forge World and Reach, you could do a lot more stuff with it than you can in any of the Forge environments in this game. So,
Not surprised.
just because it's so big, there's a lot more building room. Another rumor is that it's going to be paid DLC. You gotta get that, Ian. I know you love buying the map packs and whatnot. You can buy.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm just gonna waste my money on something so pointless. Yeah, I love it.
Have you bought any of the
I want
map
to be.
packs?
I've never bought any map packs other than the ones.
You think
in
he's
Halo
being
3.
sarcastic, but watch it. He's going to be telling the truth.
Shut it. I won't waste another dime on Halo DLC and crap.
Okay. I think that it's time on this episode where we have little news. I think you finally need to tell the story. Why do you hate DLC? What happened? You've always been very vague.
I bought too many things.
That's all?
I wasted my money on a game I didn't play anymore.
Oh, okay.
He realized he was a nerd. Alright, you wanna know the real secret?
Sure.
I hate that game so much, but it was so addictive,
What game?
I
Halo
bought
3?
it and sold it 3 times.
What?
You're
So
right.
you were in a
You heard me.
situation. You were in a situation where you hated it so much, but you still wanted to play it.
Because it was the only thing that was worth playing.
Halo 3?
Yes.
Yeah, someone was right earlier about sending him to the insane asylum.
Shut up!
That was me.
But
I had my
You-
right.
that is very interesting. What?
Hey. This is not as bad as my friend Alex.
Yeah, he
So-
actually bought and sold his Xbox 3 times.
What?
Yeah, our buddy Alex. He sold the Halo game and the console 3 times in a row.
and he just recently bought it back.
Yeah,
Why
he
would anyone
did.
do that? Why don't...
I have no idea. The only game he plays on Xbox is Halo 4.
Wow.
That's it. That's all he's ever bought it for.
Well,
He's not what you call a console player.
yeah.
Although he is pretty good at Halo.
Oh yeah, obnoxiously good.
Remind
I think I
Reminds
could
me of
take him on.
If you can't
I
even
hate
take
people
on
like
me,
that.
you're not gonna be able to take on them. And yeah. I
Is that
well, okay. If it was paid DLC, and it was a Halo 4 DLC pack that like added in everything you'd ever want in a Halo game, and it cost like $20, but it's everything you've ever wanted, would you play it? I mean, not play it. Would you buy it?
no,
Wow.
no?
Not even
I
something
would.
you know you'll play.
What? Something I know I'll play.
What is this? Why?
Uncharted.
Uncharted. Yeah.
Uncharted
Would you
and
buy
Halo.
DLC?
I have. Come on, what's with the lag?
Massive lag spike in our game.
Ah, come on.
Well,
Getting teleported all over the place.
that is the breakdown of the Halo news. You've got playlist updates, matchmaking being pushed from weekly to bi-weekly. We've got Forge announcement at PAX. We've got TU due later this month. Oh yeah, I forgot one thing. Castle Map Pack is on demo at PAX, so we'll be getting footage of that. We talked about that briefly in the newscast. There was like a trailer for the Castle Map Pack. Yeah, well, you probably wouldn't care, Ian, because you're not gonna buy it anyway. But it looks very good. And okay, so
You're right. I won't. I'm glad you know me so well. So
yeah. So map pack, PAX announcement, TU, playlist, yeah. Halo 4-tastic news. We will keep you posted on all these things. We'll probably know more next week's TTV, actually, because that's PAX Day. Granted, I'm not sure if their panel's actually on the day that PAX starts. I need to find that out. Let's see, Halo 4 panel PAX East 2013.
as far as games go, I wish there was a second Castle Crashers, a sequel, bigger and better.
You know, I've heard of that
Played
game, and I've never played it. Yeah.
It is very good, especially for an arcade title.
Nah.
I've been wasting my life away on Borderlands, but I've been playing it with my girlfriend, so I guess I can't complain.
Never
Well,
played Borderlands.
Actually, got all these crashes, especially the
Oh.
deer that propels itself
Or the
against
bear.
Does a bear shit in the woods? Well, I guess we found out.
Find out. When
So what's our next
something
segment?
happens. Well, before I move on, I'm trying to find this out, like when the actual panel is, so I can give this info, and it's not working out.
That's for San Diego Comic-Con. I couldn't get us tickets.
Oh.
There's no way.
You have disgraced this
There's-
podcast.
I tried. I
No.
both my arms.
You didn't try.
You should have sold your legs.
You didn't try hard enough. Now,
Some guy named Mel. I was pretty desperate to get that badge.
well, too bad.
It didn't work.
Now,
Well, dude, it
Heir,
was Richard that had the tickets, not Mel.
Heir over here, he's got the
Yes.
tickets, right?
About that.
He lied to me.
Keep stalling. I've almost found it.
It's on Meso. Where's that link?
Shut up.
Let's focus
Are
our
you-
attention on Meso.
Are any of you guys going to PAX, or are you just watching it online?
I'm
Nope.
just watching it.
Stay in my abode. You know, away from all major conventions. Because I
Well,
live in the void.
You live on the internet.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't find. Oh wait, yes, I found it. It was a completely worthless search because I was right all along. March 22nd. So
Wait.
by next week's TTV, we should have more info about everything: map pack, TU, Forge, and we'll have a lot more to talk about then than vague announcements. So until then, that is all for today's news segment. So now we'll move on to the second segment of the day. Everyone's favorite. Heir, the last time you were on, you were interviewed by Kahi. And the reason you were
The
interviewed by
poser.
Kahi is because Vin was not there to do a proper interview.
Okay.
He is now here.
And then I did a great
He is now
impersonation
here,
of
so you will now have a proper Vinterview. In this
Okay.
great
Is it
great
interview or
adult
is it
segment,
interrogation?
Talk to Vin. It's an interview.
Ah.
Take it away,
So,
Vin.
All right.
So,
Five. Oh, shut up. 5,
what do you
4,
plan on doing?
3. Shut up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to TTV, aka Talk to Ven, and I'm your host, Ven. And today, I'll be talking to, who am I talking to?
Heir the Chronicler.
Yeah.
You heard him. That's right, everybody.
Chronicler.
We got friggin' Heir the Chronicler here to talk.
Hair of the
again.
Chronicler.
That's right. The Chronicler's hair is here.
Same difference.
Takua doesn't have hair.
It is now.
Didn't anyone
I could
take
give
You're
him
right,
away.
but Holly does. Oh wait, no. Now Kopiki does.
Kopik? When did
Anyway,
Kopik get there?
I don't know. So, Hair.
Just
Been
call
up
me
to
out,
lately.
What you been up to?
What am I been up to?
Besides being
honestly,
hairy.
just. Boy, I just got a haircut yesterday. Don't talk smack. What have I been up to?
Oh, I was
don't know.
dreaming.
I've been up to having a pretty crappy winter, honestly, because February. I'm glad February is over, because February is kind of like the 3:30 a.m. of the entire year. Nothing good happens then. So
It's like one of
I'm
our
pretty
friends,
glad that's
Keeney, except with March. March is not a good month for him, so he's currently going through trials.
I cannot remember having a good February, so I'm glad that's over. I'm gonna be a lot more happy when summer's here.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I think last time I talked to you guys, I mean, I had some big plans, and honestly, I've had plans for a long time, and I just haven't been able to make any traction on them due to just, real life stuff that doesn't have anything to do with community or anything like that.
No traction due to the sands of February.
Pretty much, yeah. Sands, more like snow.
No, I've had my fair share of snow. I'm good as far as traction goes.
You know,
But
on the subject of snow, I don't have snow. Let's be real. I'm down here in the deep
Okay.
south. I have no snow. I've never had
Were
snow.
you trying to fake
hey,
that you never got
hey.
snow?
We're in Arizona. We're in the oven state. You have no right to talk.
I'm not saying it's bad necessarily, but okay. When was the last time you had snow?
This is a diversion of the topic.
Yeah,
which is hair.
okay, fine.
Yeah,
Yes.
like really, come on. We're here to talk about hair.
Silence
Okay.
yourself.
it's
You
air,
silence
not
yourself,
air.
dude. I'm interviewing him. You tell the interviewer to shut up. What's wrong with you?
I'm the interviewee. I can tell you to shut up now.
You're right. But you know what?
That's
Meso's not the
always right.
interviewee, so he can't tell me to shut up.
Fair enough.
Maybe you need a co-host.
Maybe I don't.
All right. So is
Ah, no
there any,
thanks.
is there anything in particular you guys want to talk about, or you don't? You just ramble? Because I can ramble. I'm good
No,
at
it's
that.
more like
college.
what you would like to talk about.
Okay. Well, so it is what I want to ramble about. Okay. Just check.
Yes.
Make sure my bases are covered.
So,
Well,
Me podcast is Sue podcast.
as I'm talking to you guys,
Get him on me! No! Shoot him!
What's that?
Get him on
I hear someone getting shot.
Yeah. Don't pay him any mind. Continue what Leif is saying.
My interview's a crime scene.
Oh crap! Oh
Anyway,
The button pressing. Stop it. Continue.
But no, while I'm talking to you guys, I'm actually working at my work computer, painting Warhammer.
Amp up. Is there any way you can amp up your mic a bit? You're a little quiet. And get rid of the
I can-
echo, please. Thanks. At Ian.
What?
Echo.
It can't be.
Yes, dude, it is you. It's you.
We're not even saying anything.
It's not you echoing. It's you causing Ian to echo.
Wait,
Ian. No.
causing Ian to echo?
Sorry. It's you causing air to echo. Semi-quiet mic plus bad echo equals do not mix.
What equals do not mix?
Do not mix. Do not mix.
Okay, let's try this again. Air. Continue.
Yeah, at the moment I'm actually working at my workbench here in my room painting Warhammer figures. So, how many of you actually know what Warhammer is? I'm just going to run a quick poll.
I know.
I'm
40
familiar
Warhammer
with the
40K?
game,
Yeah, Warhammer 40K.
among the many.
Yeah. There's like a store of that in Arizona Mills, actually.
That doesn't surprise me. There's Games Workshop stores everywhere. But anyway, so I started. I've been playing for almost a decade. I started a new army 2 years ago, and the biggest reason that I mention this is I don't know how many of you know, but I know some of you do, but I don't know if we actually talked about it last time I was on the show. I was in a bad car wreck. I was a passenger last summer when the person driving fell asleep at the wheel and the van rolled, and it actually crushed 4 fingers off my right hand. So I'm an amputee now. But anyway.
You won't be using that right hand anymore.
No, actually, I'm the hand ends across the knuckles. Just draw like a line across your knuckles, and that's my hand. I'm actually painting the fine scale Warhammer figures with my right hand right now. So
That's
kind of been my big success story.
Yeah,
So,
that's great.
and when I suffered the injury, I was actually trying to get some traction with my shop again, because the last time I was really open for business and doing a lot of work was back in early 2009. But so I was trying to get some traction again, and the injury happened. That pretty much just knocked the wind out of me. But I've been adapting. I've been getting better, and like I said, I can paint now just as well as I ever did.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
that's fantastic.
Good job, man.
Thank you. I'm
Oh
pretty
cool,
excited
you
about that.
paint?
Yeah, because that's actually how I got into the. For anyone listening who doesn't know, what I do is customize Lego in general, but mostly Lego Bionicle. My big business since I think I started in 06, 07, something like that.
Oh yeah, you linked some of those earlier.
Yeah.
And I took a look at them. They're amazing.
Thank you. There's actually another fellow on DeviantArt, Mr. Cod, I think. He's been doing some cool stuff.
Oh yeah,
But
I looked at some of that too. It caught my interest.
yeah, he's pretty good. And like me, I looked at some of his other stuff. He's a Warhammer player too, because that's actually how I got started with the with customizing Lego. Is that my family, we're all hobbyists. We've been doing model building since before I was born. So, I grew up around it. I grew up around the tools and everything. And what actually happened was I did a infected Tahu mask, and suddenly people are like, "Wow, that's amazing! I want to buy it." And so that turned into a business.
Yeah, I remember following that. That was like one of my favorite topics on BZP.
That's a business I'm gonna have to make some orders from sometime soon.
Well, thank you.
Dude, I have such an
but yeah.
appreciation for your work and all people that have ever done custom parts, but I have never gotten around to buying any. I don't know why. Even when I have
got
the funds and I'd like to buy some, I just never get around to it.
And for my part, I have not been. I honestly owe a lot of apologies because I've had a lot of people contact me, and I just haven't taken their work on because I've just been too tied up with other stuff.
Yeah.
Especially now after the injury and all.
Yeah.
But if you look on the DeviantArt page, if you guys can link to that on the video when you're done, there's a sword. I believe I called it the Judgment Sword because the customer didn't actually give me a name. And there's a couple other ones, a Vaki head and a Kanohi Pikui. I always thought that was a stupid name, but anyway.
Yeah.
They're both have cyborg editions, and I finished those actually a couple months ago after the injury. So I'm
Spectacular.
Yeah, they
Thank
look
you.
really good. I especially love your second Kanohi Sanak.
Y'all.
Yeah, that came out.
That
pretty
looks like that came out really nice.
good. I never liked how honestly I never liked how they changed his colors, but whatever.
You are not alone.
Well,
I liked I liked having gunmetal. I just didn't like it as hooky.
Yeah. Now, if I can get off on a bit of a tangent here.
Go
Back
for
in when did the Fantaka and the Mystica come out?
2008.
2008. Okay. Wow, that was a long time ago. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
no.
When they came out, I posted this big thread on BZP because I wasn't happy with them at all because I'm like, that's not Gali, that's not Tahu. But
Holy crap.
so I posted this big thread like detailed how I would have done them, and I argued with Greg Farsty a lot back then. So I took things that he had said and I tried to make this proposal for how it could have been done better. And I got a bunch of frothing fans attacking me, saying that, and I quote, "If you truly loved Bionicle, you wouldn't care what they look like."
It's not
like
entirely true, but
Like,
If they
okay.
looked ugly to begin with, you wouldn't have bought them.
But the biggest thing that amused me about that is that I made suggestions like for Pohatu. I was like, if you don't want to use brown, use tan and black. And Greg Farsty was like, no, I can't do that. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Very next year, 2009, what do we get? We get a tan and black set. Like,
Yo,
okay.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And we get a car in, Tahu colors and whatever.
Yeah.
But so I felt kind of vindicated then. But If I can ask you guys a question,
Go for it.
what's the BCP community like these days? Because I haven't been around.
What community?
There's a community.
Okay.
I'll put it to
Just at the right time.
It's
Shut
falling
up.
apart at the seams. They're trying to make a comeback, and I'm not really sure if it's working because I myself have stopped partaking in it as much as I used to.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I can sum it up real briefly.
Go.
I told him I'm not really.
Garbage comics rule the comics form.
More old school guy. And I
Rip
like,
off kits rule
really
the kit
one.
form.
That's it.
BZ Power arguments consist of Hero
Okay.
Factory versus Bionicle 98% of the time. The staff use their own political opinions and backgrounds as reasons to punish staff members. Other staff members and the members. The blogs consist of religious versus gay debates.
Wow, that used to be banned.
Oh,
Wow.
I could go into that, but that'd take a whole episode.
Don't
And the
wanna-
front page consists of the power cast, the rarely seen opinions, and news that no one really cares about.
Yeah, I
Yep.
saw the one where they wrote a news article about how the Hero Factory website had updated their background.
Ah, yes, Hero Factory. Speaking, I feel I have to
Yes.
beat this dead horse
Because
every
it's so
week.
life-changing.
Every week. I'm gonna post this
Okay.
link, and I'm gonna go off on a mini tangent. I want your opinion on this from a web design perspective.
Okay.
It's weird.
Let me get back over to my computer.
Oh gosh.
Oh, what the heck?
This
Sorry
is
for
a
any
little
static.
ice earring.
Alright, what is it? Let's see.
This is the Hero Factory website.
You know,
Yeah, it's
I kinda
loading.
Blood gulch right now.
I
Mhm.
don't like it.
I see a street.
Y'all. Click the red arrow, and you'll be taken to the meat of the website.
The meat.
Oh, there's the red arrow. Okay.
An out of
North.
order, non-timeline.
So it's basically just stuff all over the place.
Yeah, it's a timeline format without a timeline, actually.
I'm gonna post a. I'm gonna post a link here in the chat to the website that I made for my old custom stuff. It hasn't been updated in a long time, but there it is.
Okay.
But
Better
anyway,
than the HF site.
All right, so I like Hero Factory in a way. I really do. It's not Bionicle, but toward the end of the story, and I wasn't a fan of a lot of the set design. So
You have some ideas in regards
But,
to Hero Factory that you should talk about.
I will. So what I was starting to say is I like what they did with the standardized skeleton. I think that's cool. Concept is very adaptable. A lot of cool stuff with it. But I just feel they didn't really take advantage of designs are just repetitive and really simple.
There's, I was talking to you about this earlier. There are some complex builds in the system. It's just a matter of releasing them at a reasonable price point.
Well, true.
It's the kind of system where to get a good set, you gotta spend more money.
Right. Well, I was gonna say that was kind of always the way with Bionicle, but
Yeah.
It did put it on the year. The biggest use the same stock shell over and over again, like same 3 stock shells. You there, Van?
Yeah.
No, I'm dead.
Well,
Out of all the people we don't hear most, is you, Vin. What's going on, bro?
You guys are taking over my
Life.
My
Yeah, I
segment.
know.
taking over my segment.
Do you have
No, it's
But
Heir's segment.
all right, so
You're right.
yeah, I took over the segment. It's not your fault. It's what I do. I just
You're
move
our
in.
brand new.
I've been listening the entire time. You know, doing my job,
I
listening
know.
to my
Right.
special guests,
Ugh, don't say it that way.
hearing what they have to say,
But no,
letting it soak
so what
into
I'm
my
thinking about-
mind.
Shut up!
Stop telling me to
stealing my
shut up!
spotlight.
You know what?
Uh,
I quit again.
Again.
did you guys
Did he quit before?
What now?
do any of you guys remember the Halo Reach concept art?
There was a ton of
just
that.
curious.
Yeah, we've never had this kind of problem before.
Oh, we have.
Oh
Just
yeah.
not with you here.
Oh, good for me. My first time, huh?
Yeah.
Popping that lag cherry is really tough.
Wow.
If only Var
How was
were
it for
here.
you?
While Heir was talking, I heard you muttering in the background about Kahi and comics.
Oh yeah, my buddy Ryan wanted to know if anyone else was an avid comic collector or
Kai.
reader.
Yeah, I'm not a collector. I just read some stuff now and then.
Welcome,
you know.
welcome back, Heir. We
Yo.
had some technical difficulties, of course. Window
Right.
me.
So now I'm restarting the recording, and you should be good to go. I'd probably just repeat the whole thing from Halo Reach concept art.
Okay, that's cool.
You're good to go.
Right, we recording?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Basically, what I like about the Halo Reach armor is that you've got the basic Spartan armor, and then you've got all the different EVA and Grenadier and all the attachments for it. So what I've been looking at is some sort of way to use the stock Hero Factory skeleton, build some new basic armor types.
Based off the Halo ones.
Yeah, some visual cues.
Just
Because I know
just
there's a
don't
lot of
pick the penguin
crossover.
helmet.
I know there's a lot of crossover interest between Halo and Hero Factory and Bionicle and all.
Yeah.
But so basically, to build some different types of stock armor, I don't know if I want to do new feet, but certainly torsos,
please
shoulders.
do new feet. The feet are awful.
They really are. I just have to figure out a good, strong way to do that. Because what I would be doing is I would be doing resin casting, and that's not going to be as strong as the ABS plastic that LEGO uses.
Yeah.
But so what I'm looking at is to do some basic armor, and Hero Factory has already kind of done this. Where they have the basic shells, and then they have stuff that sticks onto the shells. So I'd like to do basic armor and then attachments, like there's the Grenadier chest piece and shoulder armor, stuff like that. And I'm really excited about the new brain attack heads because they fit Spartan style helmets perfectly. I'm really happy about that.
Yup. If I could recommend one set from the Brain Attack wave, if you're looking for a good, very good Hero Factory set with a decent level of complexity, get Furno XL. Dude's great.
The one with the cape.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not really feeling the sort of headpiece things, but that's just me.
Visors, yeah.
Yeah, the visors. They look a little silly, but whatever.
The different color ones.
Yup.
Yeah.
Bruno's goggles, guys.
Never forget 2.0.
No, I can.
Salam alaikum.
So that's kind of where I'd like to go with Hero Factory. To go back to I mentioned BZP earlier. You guys mentioned last time I was on that the community that apparently doesn't exist could use, my sort of expertise or whatever you want to call it.
It's because there's no one like you in anywhere, that no one does anything remotely similar to you. The people that try just do quick, badly done painting of pieces.
Yeah.
No real
No.
actual,
Yeah, like I said, that fellow Mr. Cod on DeviantArt, he's pretty good, but I like to think that my tagline was always first and finest for a reason. So.
Yup.
Oh yeah.
But because something else I've been looking at in the Warhammer community, there's a subsidiary company called Forge World that releases
Really?
adaptation kits.
Forge World.
Yeah, Forge World. I thought of that earlier when you guys brought it up.
Dick, press the call button.
But what I'm also looking
Well, it's
at,
right next to it. I can't be able to. It's got to be a time.
what I'm also looking at is trying to come up with some sort of adaptation kit to make,
Very well.
for example, a
Right next to-
Toanuva that looked like the original Toanuva with the articulation of the Glatorian.
That would be
That would be-
great.
Yeah.
Crap.
So I'm sort of looking at things like that. Too. But
I cannot wait to see that. Like Liwa, when it's this normal colors.
Leiwa.
yeah, I always
Lua.
called them Lewa.
Lua.
Lua. I always called Lua. Yeah.
I call him Liwa because I have that.
It's Liwa. Get it right.
Is it Lu? Is it Lu-Wa or Lu?
Don't even start.
This is an
So-
argument that's been going on for 12 years.
Yep.
Yeah, it
Have
really
a
is.
stick beat ya.
No one's winning.
It's Leiwa.
Oh.
The official pronunciation.
All a matter of
Leiwa.
opinion.
Okay. But so that's really what I'm looking at right now, and of course I'd still be interested in doing one-off unique commissions. But the biggest thing is just that
Doing.
just real life stuff has kept me out of it, and I need to do something about that because I'd like to be a part of the community again.
Yeah.
Are you with the enemy? I think you'll do a hell of a lot better then.
We'd
But
like
that's
to
about
have
all I
you.
got.
I'm not gonna say you could single-handedly save the community, but you could definitely be a force in its favor.
Yeah.
Just having that option available again for people to have.
Yeah, I think it would probably do a lot to because a big thing with the Bionicle community is, I guess, a lot of people that they're older now, they're getting into college, high school, whatever, and that they're just growing up. But I think having some sort of new product out there would probably help,
Yeah.
and hopefully I can provide that.
Alright, yeah, that would be awesome.
Y'all.
But I'll dig up some links for you guys, but you can go on to your next segment or whatever you want to do.
Alright. Let's see. Wait, no, Vin, I believe you have one final question.
Of
Or
course.
perhaps-
And I ask this to all my guests. But before I do, I want to say thank you for your input.
Yeah.
You have been the
Mhm.
most informational guest to date
Y'all.
Informative, but
and most informative.
That too.
I'm
Right.
tired. I can't word my words. Anyway. But yeah, my one last question is, what are you gonna do next?
What I'm
are you
going
gonna
to
do
do next. What I'm going to do next and what I want to do next probably aren't the same thing. What I want to do next, I'm sharing a link right now. That's part of, those are some Toa Mystica and Fantaka redesigns.
Let's
I've talked to TOM Dracone, who came up with them on DeviantArt. He's going to try to.
Oh yes, I remember these.
Yeah,
Wow.
he said he actually finished redesigning all of them and just never posted the art. So I'm going to try to work.
Love to see them.
That Liwa mask.
Dude, yeah, I've seen these. These are pretty awesome.
Yeah, these are great.
So I'm going to talk more with him, try to get his the rest of his art, and this is the biggest thing that I'm looking at, especially because he he actually lists off in the redesign thing, unique molds, group molds, recolored pieces. Those are all things that I can provide if I actually went ahead and did them.
Exactly.
That would be
I would
awesome.
buy.
I would buy too. Please do it.
I'd buy all 6 of them if you made multiples.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, do it. Please let me know when you do it. I don't care about anybody else's. I need to know about this. I'm gonna add you as a contact on Skype right now.
Alright. Sure thing. I mean, that's what's next. If I can make it happen, that's what's next.
Awesome. That would
Awesome
be one
stuff.
of the best things ever to happen to anyone on the community ever. Just because
Yeah.
that's what a high requested thing. But all right.
I still think the 2008 launchers look like trash cans. That's just
But it might have sky blasters.
Yeah. Come on, man. Those are the best.
the trash can blaster.
Y'all.
Yep. Well,
What kind?
yeah, that's pretty much it. That about wraps up this segment. Thank you very much again.
Sure thing.
Heir.
Thanks, Kevin. Air.
This again.
Air.
You don't pronounce the
Yeah.
H.
And LJ.
The H is
wanna-
silent.
Would you like to do the Comic Maker Spotlight or just skip it for today?
Well, I don't know. We've been doing pretty good on time, so I kind of like to savor this moment.
Well, guys, I'm gonna have to cut
Nice
my
girls.
time here short. I'm gonna be busy dealing with stuff right now, so I wish you all a good night.
Whoa, 1 second,
I'm good.
before you leave. LJ, what do you
Oh,
mean savor this moment? Would you like to do it or skip it?
Skip it.
Okay, then in that case, thank you for listening to episode 60 of TTV. And we hope to see you next week where we'll have a plethora of information from PAX about Halo. And I would like to thank you, Heir, for guesting. And we'll have to have you on again sometime.
Yeah, I'll try not to make it like half a year next time.
Yeah,
Don't
So-
hold me to that, please.
Yeah, that would help.
I won't. Thank you for listening. Be sure to rate, like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share, follow, participate, all that fun stuff. I'm Messinac.
I'm LJ.
I'm Air.
I'm Ben.
I'm gonna brain Victus.
And I'm Ian's guest run.
What a
We're out of order.
what a botch.
H is silent.
Yeah.
Well, I came back in right as he said it, or after Ben.
Whatever. Thank you for listening and goodbye.